Hi friends, Linda here from my fantasy homestead. We are gonna do some garden cleaning today because today is the first day that it has actually been sunny in the last 10 days. I'm just getting some gloves from my pot of gloves. And we need to tidy up a lot here today because I don't know if you know, but it's winter, kind of. There's a lot of growth of everything. So my plan today is to take out all of the weeds, just chop and drop basically. Drop them all on the beds, do the paths, tidy it all up, and take out all of the strawberries that are around the edge because they get just decimated by slugs every year. I will leave the strawberries just here underneath me because I know that they are Norfolk nectar and they are the strawberries I want to keep. But the other ones, I planted them during the start of pandemic, and because you couldn't go to the garden centers, I had them delivered. There was this guy who just basically would go to the garden centers, I think he worked there, and he would just deliver things for you. But he didn't mark any of the strawberries, so I got 12 plants, and basically he said it's 6 different varieties. The only ones that were marked were Cambridge favorites, and they just disappeared within the doom and gloom that's there, basically. So the plan's that today, and we need to start going because it is 1 o'clock now, and well, no, it's 12:30, and it's gonna get dark around 3 o'clock. As a Christmas present for myself, I got myself this garden tool. It's called Homie. So today, apparently it's quite good. Today is the first time I'm gonna use it, and it's very, very sharp. Apparently it's good for this and for this. Yay! And it's definitely done by hand because I can see the indents where the hammer has been striking it. Yeah. Happy with my Christmas present for myself. Who else is getting Christmas presents for themselves? Raise your hand. When I was a kid, we had a large garden, and because we got summers off, I would get to put in the garden for weeding all the time. And I loved the food security, but what I didn't like was the weeds all the time. When I grew up, I looked at the documentary. I accidentally found it about Ruth Stout, and it just changed my life because her opinion was, if nature can do it, so can I. So she was literally gardening in a way that I had never seen before, and that led me to Charles Dowding with No Dig. And I've been practicing no dig for about 4 or 5 years now, and I love it. It's perfect. There's so little to do in the garden, and the garden basically takes care of itself. I always think of it like nature doesn't like empty spaces, so either you give nature something to cover the ground with, or she's gonna do it for you. So you either need to use mulch, tarp, or she's gonna cover it with weeds. I don't know why, but I really like watching myself through these videos where it's sped up and I'm either cleaning or gardening super fast. I don't know why, but then I do like power washing videos as well, where people just jet wash their driveways or pathways or houses. I find that very interesting. It's just so satisfying. It's the little things. I'm so sad to take the strawberries out, but they need to come out because I want specific varieties and I know which ones I have in allotment, and I'll bring them over and plant them here. It always amazes me how much we can accomplish in a short period of time. This is a little bit before how it looks to the parts where I haven't touched it yet, and then this pathway, it's completely taken over. All of the strawberries need to come out, everything needs to come out. It's just so gloom and dead in the winter. I don't know why, it just feels so dank and gloomy, but I kind of like it as well. I think we need winter and the gloom and doom to appreciate the summer when it's sunny and hot and everything's super green, everything's lush, life's flourishing everywhere around. And we are done. I'm so amazed. I bribed myself with a game if I would come out for an hour and do this, and then I kind of got into the swing of things and just got carried away. And now it looks like this. It's amazing. I still have some kale and some chard growing from my birds because they need fresh vegetables almost every day. And then, oh, my yarrow plant. This actually came to my garden on its own. I didn't plant it, it just started growing in the grass, and instead of getting rid of it, I relocated it into the corner of my garden where nothing really grew because it was too dry. And my horseradish is waking up. I definitely need to repot it as soon as possible. It's been 2 hours and I'm done. The garden looks really good. Look, that pile is everything that I dug out. All of the weeds and everything. And I'm thinking that the only way how me to compost it, because I don't have a composting facilities here or space to put the bin on, would be just to cover it with black tarp, black plastic, and hopefully it's January. Hopefully it decomposes until March, April, when I need to start putting things in the beds. Another thing I noticed was that the pots, all of these ones here, are rooting into the ground now because I have put them on the soil and because I don't have space. So I had an idea that I'm gonna put some tarp down here as well and put the pots on it, and all of the trees that I have, because I have like pots here on the path, so I can't pass into the path. I'm gonna do those on the tarp as well so that they don't root into the soil, because even with the dwarf rootstock they are still putting roots into the soil. I need to chop them off from time to time. It's been a good couple of hours, so yeah, I'm very pleased with that, and I just need to cover it now. Let's go and find something. I'm all done. What do you think? Covered it all and it's tidy, and I have put some pots on there because it's quite windy in this garden. I don't know if you know, probably know, and the plastic might fly away. There is one really worrying thing for me at the moment though. This is my rhubarb. It's having new leaves and having shoots, which is insane for me because it's January. Daffodils at the front of my house have buds and I think they will bloom, and it's January. My tulips are coming up, it's January. chives are coming up. It's January. Most of my trees are confused. Like, I have a mulberry tree. I don't know if it's on some kind of different schedule, but look. I don't know if you can see, but it's having leaves. So my mulberry tree is confused, but because it's January, everything else thankfully is sleeping at the moment. Today is quite a chilly day, but I am so happy for this. I know it makes me look like a numpty, but it's really, really warm. I bought it in a charity shop and it cost me £3.50, I think. It's made of wool, pure wool, and it actually keeps me really warm today. That's my New Year's resolution of not buying any new clothes and buying anything that I need will be second hand or from charity shop, because the cost of living is going up so high and so fast we can't keep up. Anyways, as I was saying, I need to spend a whole day repotting everything and tidying up and putting like this kind of plastic down behind my pots, below my pots, and then moving all of the pots there and just tidying everything up. And just I think I need to trim the trees as well, because there's some interlocking branches, and I can talk about how to do pruning a little bit, I think, if you're interested. Well, I'm interested because so there's quite a lot of things still to do in the garden. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I'm going to go back in. It's getting quite dark, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends!